Hello, and thank you for joining us today as we take a look into Rethink's Abilities Library. This library focuses on prerequisite skills that are building blocks to other lessons you may want to teach later. In this library, the domains include daily living, expressive language, motor, play and leisure, pre-academic, receptive language, school readiness, and social emotional. This library is arranged in developmental hierarchy from top to bottom. In each lesson, there are lots of resources to help and support you. Every lesson comes with goals and objectives that can be easily customized to meet individual student needs and maximize student success. It will also save you lots of time in writing your IEP goal now that you have a goal and 3 objectives that you could copy and paste directly into your IEP. The lesson plan may include examples of teaching steps, generalization, exercise, error correction, prompting procedures, troubleshooting, helpful hints, advanced skills, and a sample IEP. Lesson materials and visuals are also provided for you to print out and use. This will help you when teaching the skills to your students. In addition, there are step-by-step video models that demonstrate how to teach target skills and provide significant opportunity for embedded professional development. The video will give you an overview and then break down into individual steps as it gets more advanced. You'll notice that the videos do use real teachers and students in the live classroom setting to give you an idea on how to teach the skill. These video modules can assist you in planning and delivery of instruction. The first domain we'll look at is school readiness. Areas in school readiness are class participation, foundational math, and reading and writing. Some of the lessons you can find in Rethink are labeling coin values, telling time on a digital clock, writing numbers based on quantity, spelling name, and using a token system. The next domain we'll look at is daily living skills. Areas in daily living are household, pre-vocational, and self-care. Some of the lessons you can find in Rethink are remaining seated for a given amount of time, folding laundry, brushing teeth, using toilet for urination on a schedule, and dressing following a schedule. The next area is expressive language. Areas in expressive language are labeling, describing, and summarizing speech and grammar, and verbal interaction. Some of the lessons you can find in Rethink are making requests by giving a picture card, labeling adjectives, describing objects by attribute, function, and category, answering social questions, and saying, "I don't know." The next domain is receptive language. Areas in receptive language are grammar, identification, and instruction following. Some of the lessons you can find in Rethink are following one-step instructions, identifying verbs and pictures, identifying states on a map, placing objects using prepositions, and identifying singular and plural. The next domain is motor skills. Areas in motor skills are fine motor, gross motor, and oral motor. Some of the lessons you can find in Rethink are imitating gross motor movements, tracing lines, shapes, and letters, practicing snapping and unsnapping, doing jumping jacks, and kicking a ball. The next domain is play and leisure. Areas in play and leisure are group, peer play, independent play, and pretend play. Some of the lessons you can find in Rethink are completing activities with a beginning and end, doing activities for increasing lengths of time, completing mazes, taking turns, and engaging in pretend actions. The next domain is pre-academic. Areas in this domain are attending, imitation, and matching. Some of the lessons you can find in Rethink are matching identical objects, waiting for preferred items, imitating sounds and words, matching words to objects, and sustaining eye contact when speaking. The last domain is social emotional. Areas in social emotional are interacting with others and toleration. Some of the lessons you can find in Rethink are waiting when instructed, using please and thank you, demonstrating emotions, telling jokes, and preparing for a haircut. So that brings us to the end of our abilities library overview. Hopefully you saw some specific skills that you could use to teach your students and support you in your classroom. Thank you for joining us.